This is the Rolex Submariner Black Dial Oystersteel 40 Men's Watch 114,060. The no-date sub. The one that looks exactly like what most people picture when they hear classic diver. The case is 40, the steel is Rolex's Oystersteel, and the design is the kind of simple that took years to perfect. On paper it sounds tough and clean. On wrist, it feels even better. Key features that matter here. A black ceramic bezel insert, Rolex calls it Cerachrome, that stays glossy and shrugs off scratches. A black dial with large maxi hour markers filled with chromolite lume that glows a steady blue in the dark. And a 300-meter water-resistant case with a triplock screw-down crown. The crystal is sapphire and flat, with no date window and no Cyclops magnifier. The bracelet is the 3-link Oyster with solid end links and the glide lock clasp, which lets you micro-adjust the fit without tools. Inside is the in-house automatic caliber 3130, a COSC-certified chronometer with about a 48-hour power reserve, 28,800 VPH beat rate, hacking seconds, and hand winding if you want it. It's built for reliability and straightforward timekeeping. From my experience, the most surprising part wasn't the specs, it was the balance. Before wearing it, I was worried about the so-called maxi case and wider lugs. On photos, the case looked blocky, and I thought it might feel bulky day to day. After a week on wrist, that concern faded. The case sits flat and steady. The weight is around 150 grams give or take, and it distributes nicely. The lug-to-lug distance is about 48, which sounds long but wears compact because the lugs curve down. Slide it under a shirt cuff, wear it with a tee, throw it on for a weekend out. It doesn't fight you. It just works. The glide lock clasp is the quiet hero. In summer or after a workout when my wrist swells a bit, I click out a couple notches and keep moving. No tools, no fuss. That small convenience is the difference between taking a watch off midday and completely forgetting it's there. In my opinion, comfort is where the 114,060 earns its keep over time. The bezel action is crisp and confident. For anyone new to watches, the bezel is the rotating ring around the dial. Divers use it to time a descent and ascent. For daily life, I use it to time coffee, parking meters, and workouts. The ceramic insert won't fade easily, and the engraved numerals keep that glossy, deep black look. The dial is equally practical. The hands and markers are in white gold, so they don't tarnish, and the chromolite is a calm, legible blue, not a quick burst, but a steady glow that lasts through the night. The no-date layout keeps the dial symmetrical and easy to read at a glance. I thought I would miss the date. I didn't. The simplicity is the point. Let's talk movement in plain terms. Automatic means the watch winds itself from the motion of your wrist. No battery. If it sits for a couple of days, it will stop, and you give it a few turns of the crown to wake it up. The 3130 is the kind of movement you barely think about because it just runs. Mine stayed precise day to day with no drama, and it handled changes from office days to hiking and swimming without getting temperamental. That quiet reliability is one of the reasons this reference has such a strong following. Durability has been excellent. The case and bracelet take everyday knocks with ease, and the ceramic bezel has held up with 0 chips in my use. Water resistance is rated to 300 meters, which for most people means it's ready for pools, the ocean, and pretty much anything you'll throw at it. I've taken it through rain, the beach, and a couple of clumsy doorframe bumps. No worries. Wipe it down and it's back to looking sharp. A quick note for anyone new and curious about terms you'll hear a lot. Lume is the glowing material on the hands and markers so you can read the time in the dark. Water resistance here means the case, crown, and gaskets are built to keep water out to a serious depth. Triplock is Rolex's triple-sealed crown system, which helps with that 300-meter rating. The Oyster bracelet is the sturdy 3-link one you see on a lot of their sport models. And the glide lock is the easy adjustment system hidden in the clasp that lets you fine-tune the fit on the fly. I did have concerns early on. The broader lugs made the 40 case look bigger in photos, and I wasn't sure about the chunkier profile. From my experience, a week of wear broke that mental picture. It's substantial, not clunky. The balance and flat caseback keep it planted, and the brushed bracelet tones down shine so it never looks loud. It just gives off that quiet confidence that people notice when they're close, not across the room. It's perfect for someone who wants one watch they can wear to the office, out to dinner, and to the pool without swapping straps or babysitting it. If you like a clean dial, prefer symmetry over date function, and want a piece that feels timeless without shouting, this checks those boxes. The 114,060 isn't about trends. It's about a design that still feels current years later because it started with the right basics. Availability can be tricky. Demand is high and buying at retail sometimes means waiting. I had to be patient. In my opinion, patience pays off here. The build quality, the history of the design, and the way it fits into daily life make it feel like money well spent. If you do buy pre-owned, look for full sets and honest wear, and make sure the clasp and bezel action feel tight and consistent. I'd recommend this for anyone building a one-watch collection, or for someone who wants a reliable, no-nonsense daily piece with real heritage. If you already have other watches, the 114,060 is still an anchor, something you can wear anytime you don't want to think too much but still want to feel put together. It's versatile in the best way. Jeans, a suit, a sweater, a polo, everything works because the watch doesn't try too hard. From my experience, the highlights are comfort, readability, and that feeling of sturdiness you notice every time you put it on. The only real trade-off is the look of the wider lugs compared to older subs. If that gives you pause, try it on. The way it sits often changes minds. In conclusion, the Rolex Submariner Black Dial Oystersteel 40 men's watch 114,060 nails the mix of toughness, comfort, and simple style. Key features like the Cerachrome bezel, chromalite lume, Oystersteel construction, and the glide lock clasp make it easy to live with every day. The caliber 3130 keeps time reliably without drama. It's the kind of watch you can wear hard and still enjoy at dinner because it looks sharp without being flashy. If you're after a clean, durable, no-date sub that feels just right in real life, this is exactly that. I'll leave the details about the Rolex Submariner Black Dial Oystersteel 40 men's watch 114,060 in the comments for you to check out. See you in the next video.